Hey everyone, just thought I'd give you a quick update today on the status of the DR30, where things are at and things that are coming up on the car. So as I mentioned in my previous video, I fitted this Jenesis spoiler, which actually just fits over top of the standard lip, and I'm going to get this painted in body colour, and then I was thinking of doing painting this bottom lip part here black and just plastic it once that body colour is done. So I have an update on that once it's done. The wheels and tyres are all on. So you can see we had because of the offset these wheels are, I wanted the rim of the wheel to come out from the car, give this kind of tough look, which I really like. And in order to achieve that, I've had the guards rolled. The original plan was actually to flare the guards and go even wider, but I was sort of backed away from that and decided just to keep it with rolled guards and and not so aggressive offset on the wheels. So ended up with front and rear wheels the same offset, which is described in one of my previous videos, and then we've got basically still good clearance there, but this really nice look of the rim sort of sticking out from the body a little bit. Someone asked me, can the car go lower? And yeah, I mean, there's heaps of room here. This is using the coilovers that I got from R30, so from the same people that do the Jenesis body parts in Japan, and they're a coilover that's been basically attached to the standard bottom part of the strut. Yeah, so they work well, and there's heaps of room both inside and outside there. So this could easily, you could come down another, probably another 1.5 inches there, and the front. Again, you could easily drop the front further if you wanted. Doesn't seem to be any sort of camber issues or anything at this point. So, yeah, I don't want to go too low because I don't want this lip to to scrape on spoon drains and what have you when I'm driving it. So I'm pretty much going to leave it this height. I might come down a little bit further on the front, but I'll just see once the paint work is done. So, one new addition on the inside. So this is how the car came. It came with this aftermarket stereo, which I don't really like, and I always like to sort of prefer to keep interiors as original as possible. So it's still got its original steering wheel, instrument cluster, and so on. So from Yahoo Auctions, I managed to find this, which is a really good condition original stereo unit, and I believe that's actually an 8-track deck, which wow, that really dates the car, doesn't it? That's pretty amazing. So yeah, I'm going to put that back in, have the original, fully original interior then. Yeah, so that's that step. Got a dash mat on there just to protect it from the Australian sun. We had a service done, and as part of that service, apart from all the fluids and whatnot, also had this Blitz pod filter installed. Yeah, so I had this Blitz pod filter installed, and I had to have the adapter here fabricated to fit the filter onto the airflow meter here. So I actually bought a Blitz filter with adapter for the Evo 4, I think, and it was very close, and I was basically just able to give that and the airflow meter to the fabricator, and they made that up. Yeah, so other plan is to get this recoated back to the original red. I'm not sure that this red is actually correct on this one, so I may have this redone actually to match. It's supposed to be this this darker red here, I think, so probably get this and this done in the darker red, and that'll actually match slightly better with the Blitz filter than this this bright red that's on here. Yeah, so just basic service done and tune. It made 135 kilowatts at the rear wheels, which is fine for a standard motor. We're just running the boost fairly low at the moment because the engine is a bit old. It doesn't have great oil pressure, and I think eventually it'll need a rebuild. But for now, it's running okay. And the main thing is that when you start it up, we've now got rid of that awful chain rattle that you get with the DRs, and that was achieved by replacing the normal chain tensioner with one, I think, from a Mazda engine. So now when we start up, so we get like maybe a second or two of a little bit of chain rattle, and then it's nice and quiet. So yeah, it's still a bit of a rattly engine, and well, in fact, my mechanic has told me that this oil pressure gauge is actually really lazy, so the oil pressure is actually a lot better than that when they measured it on the dyno, but still, yeah, it's engine's okay, but and I'll keep running it until it has any sort of significant rattling sort of noises before we do anything else. But yeah, sounds good. Nice and quiet compared to the way it was. It used to rattle and carry on for quite a while. Yeah, so other things. Yeah, it's going into the paint shop next week, and so the other thing that's got to be done is to tidy up this boot. So this had the original factory spoiler on it, but the spoiler had really it had gathered a lot of water over the years underneath it, and it had rusted. You can see it's rusted through the paintwork as well. So I've taken the spoiler off, and I'm just going to have the boot repainted, or this removed and the boot repainted. And I'm actually going to leave it with no spoiler on for now. I might look at doing a different spoiler in the future. Maybe it'd be nice either to have one comes directly out like this, or maybe sort of rocket bunny style, but we'll work that out at another time. Oh, the other thing is the point I showed on another video. This might be a bit controversial, but I've got the these silhouette inspired fins that can attach to the front fenders, and I'm gonna have these painted in gloss black and fitted. They fit about halfway up the fender like this, and against the bonnet line, shut line. So yeah, I'm just going to have them double-sided taped on. I'm not going to screw anything into the bodywork, and just see what they look like in gloss black to match the other sort of highlights on the car. So yeah, they're really inspired by the silhouette cars and the cars from that Japanese police TV series had them as well. So yeah, not sure whether that's going to be a permanent thing, but we'll just try them out. I've got the same spoilers for this back edge here as well. So anyway, I'll check back in a couple of weeks, and we'll have all of that on and see what it looks like. Alright, so part 2 of the update today is on the R31 GTS-R, and immediate thing you'll notice is new wheels. Well, they're new old wheels. They're second-hand work VS wheels, which I managed to source here in Adelaide, which is kind of handy. And thanks to a couple of guys on Facebook for helping me track them down. And here comes the cat. So yeah, I sort of agonised about what to do with wheels here. The original BBS 15-inch 15 by 6s, you just can't get any decent performance tyres for them, and they're only running a 205 tyre anyway. So I just found with this car a bit tuned up in that, and it just easily outran those tyres, especially just a like standard economy tyre, not a performance tyre. So I wanted to get a good performance tyre onto this, so that led me to look at new wheels. And I thought about doing a 4 to 5 stud conversion, but yeah, as it turned out, I managed to find this set of wheels second hand, which bolt straight on. So the rears are 18 by 9s with a plus 25 offset, and plus 25 is the same as the original offset for these wheels. And here, I haven't rolled the guards or anything. I've got a good finger width space here, and on the inside, yeah, a few mil, but it's enough. And this is using the R31 house coilovers. I'm not sure whether these wheels would actually fit without change to coilovers. So they may hit the original suspension, but they certainly fit fine on this and really look nice. I mean, that's probably the ride height I'll have in the end as well. These are not, these are old tyres, for some reason fitted backwards. They're just the tyres that came with the wheels. I've got to take the wheels off and have them refurbed. They're a two-piece wheel, so this should just come apart and be able to be re-chromed. Sort of trying to decide whether to do the mesh centre silver or chrome. The chrome looks really good on the dark car, I think. I'm just a bit worried it's a bit flashy, but silver would be a bit more muted. But yeah, I might go the chrome. I'll just see like what the price difference is between re-chroming this and just repainting it 2-pack silver. But of course keeping the dish. And on the fronts, again they bolted on. They just came with these crappy tyres which are really worn out, and this is way too low a profile for me too. I want a lot more rubber on the car. So these are 18 by 8s, again with a plus 25 offset, and they are sitting, I'll probably lower the car a little bit, just bring it down a bit here. But just I'll wait till I've got the new rubber on. And on the inside there's basically about half a finger width between the rim and the coilover. So it's again just fits, but just fits is good enough. So there we are. Now tyre wise, I'm going to go, I think I'll go the Bridgestone RE003s again. Really like that tyre. Probably a 215/45 on the front here. I want a decent amount of tyre. That's for comfort as much as it is for the look. I don't want a really low profile tyre, and it's also to sort of, I don't want to have too big a difference on the rolling radius of the tyre either. So on the back, this has currently got a 235/40/18, and I'll sort of compare this to a 45. I need to just check what the rolling radius is of the old tyre versus going either a 40 or a 45 series on the back. But that 40 series actually looks all right, so that might be the way to go. My speedos actually reads a little bit too fast, so it's about 10% too fast. So I could actually afford to go for a higher rolling radius, and it would actually sort of do a bit of a auto correction to the speedo at the same time. But yeah, so I'll get back to you once I've got these wheels refurbished and fresh rubber on them. I think it's going to look amazing, and it's going to provide the grip that the car needs to match the performance that it's got. Alright, so that's it for today. Just a quick update on the 30 and 31. See you next time. Check out my Instagram page, just Glenn Drayton. I try to post photos every day of the various cars, not just the cars that I currently own, but some of the cars that I've owned in the past. Yeah, so check that out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.